What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. This is Panthers Pride Television. Man, I really hope that you are enjoying the playoffs this weekend. I know I am, watching a rookie and Jaden Daniels ball, and obviously the Carolina Panthers aren't there just yet, but we will be. And just gives us a little hope moving into the future, especially watching this kid burn up the entire National Football League. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, if you know last episode, we were talking about Quentin Johnston and how Sports Illustrated dropped the article and said that we need to go and get him. But I got something even better. I got another article that I read on Sports Illustrated that is very comparable to the Panther great Steve Smith. He's taller, he's faster, he might be a little, I don't know about necessarily stronger, but he has the same capabilities as Steve Smith. And that is Luther Burton III. Luther Burton III, if you don't know, I gotta change back here. If you don't know who Luther Burton III is, go play NCAA 25, go get Missouri, and throw the ball to number 3. Disclaimer, I had to put that out there. So Luther Burton, 5'11", 208, a 4.41 40-yard dash, which might be faster once the NFL Combine comes around. Was younger than Steve Smith coming out. These are just his comparables to Steve Smith when they were both coming out of college. And Luther Burton has the capability to be a guy. Now, we do know Luther Burton played for the Missouri Tigers out in the SEC. They are not good. But this guy right here is really the only bright spot from Missouri. Now, I do have some, pause. They had a receiver back in the day, if you guys remember, the kid from Philadelphia. I can't think of his name right now, but it'll come to me in a second. But Missouri, Luther Burton, he was arguably the hottest receiver coming out before this past NCAA season. He was the hottest receiver on a lot of people's mock draft. Luther Burton was arguably during pre-draft before this, college season kicked off. He was supposed to go number 1 overall to us. Now, Luther Burton has had a season, I wouldn't say really to remember, but this is just his career. This is his best season, which was 2 seasons ago. His sophomore campaign had 86 receptions, 1,212 receiving yards, averaged 93.2 yards per game, played the entire NCAA season, and his total touchdown over his NFL career is 25 total touchdowns. But when it comes to Luther Burton, I see a guy that is dynamic, that is explosive, that can take the top off of defenses. Now, we thought we had some guys that could do that. We went and got DJ Chark, if you guys remember, a couple years back. Xavier Legette hasn't really panned out to that just yet. And we all know Adam Thielen is on the downward end of his NFL career. This guy has the capability, Luther Burton III, has the capability to really be a guy. Now, the comparables to Steve Smith, we know it's not going to be too many guys that's a Steve Smith that can go out and catch a smoke screen and take it to the house, that can stiff arm any defensive back, hell, even linebackers, that can go up and catch the jump ball and run by you if he needs to, and also can do it in the return game. Now, I'm not saying Luther Burton might be that, but he has the capabilities to be that good. Well, I know there's a lot of reports that the Panthers should draft Tech McMillan. I think overall, our first pick needs to be defense. I don't give a damn about Luther Burton. I don't give a damn about Tech McMillan at this point. But if the guys that we're looking for, if Travis Hunter isn't there, if Abdul Carter isn't there, if the other kid from Tennessee, if these guys are not there, I think that you got to take a look at Luther Burton III because of the problems that he presents to defenses, man. What is the one thing that we are looking for when we are talking about Bryce Young? He needs some more pass catchers. I already put up a stat and showed you guys early on. Adam Thielen cannot be the number 1 receiver in Carolina. He's 36. He's 36 years of age. He's going into Lord knows what NFL seasons, about to be 37. He's not going to be able to get a lot of separation moving forward. So if Luther Burton is there, which he more than likely will be, you got to take a look at him, Ted McMillan, but it's getting frustrating because I'm seeing all these reports from Sports Illustrated, and they know we need defense. The article starts off by saying, yeah, the Panthers need defense, but you got to take a look at Luther Burton III. Now, I'm not saying Luther Burton III from Panther to Tiger. I'm not saying that he's not going to make the transition. But we all know where the hole's at when it comes to Carolina Panthers. Yes, Luther Burton is going to help us compete against the defensive backs in the NFC South. He's going to help us against the A.J. Terrells, the Jamel Deans of the world. Hell, the Kool-Aid McKinstry from the New Orleans Saints. He's going to help us with that guy, take the top off. But is it really a point where you go out here and you reach for a guy that he has the exact measurables, a little bit taller than Steve Smith? Do you want to go and really reach for a guy on offense when you know you need defense? No. We gave up the most points in NFL history. No. Luther Burton is a great guy, great comparison. I love the comparison between him and Steve Smith. But Panthers, please heed my warning. Stay away from offense in the first round. Don't do it unless you're going to trade back and get an extra first-round pick. I'm just telling you not what I think. I'm telling you what I know. So if that's anything, I would do that. And there's been some more changes within the house. We already know that we got rid of the Panthers have been making some moves within the entire building. We know we got rid of the defensive linebackers coach and the DBs coach. We also know we got rid of the head athletic trainer and the strength and conditioning coaches as well. But now we make a change at the passing game coordinator. You didn't know this. The passing game coordinator is Nathan Carroll, the son of Pete Carroll, former Seattle Seahawks head coach. Yes, we had a Seattle Seahawks former coach in our building in Nathan Carroll, and I'm not mad about the move. We knew that Bryce Young was struggling early on in the season. Hell, we had to bench him. A lot of our routes early on in the season looked very stale. No separation. Obviously, our receivers couldn't call separation, but the route concepts were very basic. I think this is going to, one, be good for Nathan Carroll, because if Pete Carroll gets hired, we know he's going to hire Nathan Carroll on the offensive side again. But this is the changes that the Carolina Panthers need to continue to make. We need to continue to do some very good self-evaluation. When you want to see change in yourself, you look in the mirror and say, what the hell is wrong with me? What's the issue? Etc. So I'm really happy that we're continuing to look in-house. Strength and conditioning program, DBs, linebackers, passing game coordinator, another change in the step in the right direction for the Carolina Panthers, man. And I just want to just transition just a little bit. Now, there has been a lot of debates. We know that the Panthers need some receivers, but there has been a lot of debates on who the best receiver, not the best receiver, best rookie has been for the Carolina Panthers. I'm looking on social media, and there is only one guy that was the best rookie this season. It's Jaylen Coker, an undrafted rookie. He was a stud in fantasy football leagues late within the fantasy football world. Had 32 receptions, 478 receiving yards, caught the ball almost 70% of the time, played 11 games. Like I said, he started 4 games later on in this season and had 4 touchdowns. When you compare him to Xavier Legette, who went first round, Jaylen Coker was the better player this season. Didn't play as many games, was an undrafted guy. I didn't know he was 6'3". This is a big receiver. So you go out there, you get a Jaylen Coker, you go out here, you get a Luther Burton, you go out here, and you partner all this with Xavier Legette. We are in for a fantastic season moving forward for the Carolina Panthers. I think Jaylen Coker was by far the best rookie that the Carolina Panthers had. Xavier Legette was actually very underwhelming and very disappointing this season, to say the least. We know that the cornerback, Child Wade, didn't play to the level that we expected him as well. But hell, if we get the production from undrafted guys, the Adam Thielens, the Jaylen Cokers of the world, Bryce Young is going to be all right with me. So that's just kind of just what I wanted to talk about, man. I think the Panthers, I love the Luther Burton comparisons to Steve Smith, but let's pump the brakes. We don't need offense early on. If you want to do it, make sure your defensive guys are gone, and then we can move forward. Panthers, man, we're trending in the right direction. Let's continue to keep stacking up these wins.